Hello again. Today I'd like to introduce another piece of my own music. This is a setting of a poem by Edward Thomas called Words. Edward Thomas was a poet who was killed in the First World War, very shortly before the end of the First World War actually. He was well known before the war for writing not so much poetry but literature of various kinds, and travel writing and nature, prose about nature and so on for magazines and so on. In fact, he had rather a difficult time trying to earn a living by writing for lots of different magazines, and it was a great struggle for him. In fact, in a strange way, when he joined the army for the First World War, it was a kind of liberation, because first of all, he actually was paid, I believe, more for being in the army than he got paid before for being a writer, and his wife was sent an allowance, so he was much less worried about money. And also the discipline of the army gave him a space within which to actually write poetry, which is what he really wanted to do, rather than write all this hackwork prose for magazines. And obviously army life, particularly, well, in any war probably, but in the First World War it was notorious that it consisted a lot of the time of very, very long periods of waiting, and then very short periods of frenetic action, and then more waiting. So during the waiting he had time to write poetry, and in a way the war actually inspired him to his greatest work, and he wouldn't really be remembered, I think, as a poet, and only very slightly as a prose writer if it hadn't been for the war, although of course ironically it also killed him in the end. So I've been fascinated by Edward Thomas's poetry for a long time, because it particularly deals with the English countryside and his emotional reaction to it, the beauty of nature and so on, and also the transience of things. Now, this particular poem is a very remarkable one. In fact, it was brought to my attention when I was at university by a friend. I didn't know Edward Thomas's poetry before that, so that was really a revelation. And this particular poem has always stuck in my mind. It's called Words, and that's what it's about. It's about the words that make up the English language, and just how amazing they are, and what they can do, the remarkable things they can do. So it's a kind of, in a way, a kind of hymn of praise to the English language. So this is a recording it's a live recording of a performance by Tom Jackman and Tony Gray, which was given last year at a concert in London. Tom Jackman is a counter-tenor, that's a male alto voice, and it's Tony Gray plays the piano. The sound quality isn't terribly good, I'm afraid, because the room that it was recorded in, it's a very nice room, but the acoustic is not that brilliant. So I apologise for it being a live recording and not terribly good quality, but the performance is very good. So I hope something will come through to you from that. And actually, I'd just like to read you the words of the poem. I think that would be helpful. So here we go. Out of us all that make rhymes, will you choose sometimes, as the winds use a crack in the wall or a drain, their joy or their pain, to whistle through, choose me, you English words. I know you. You are light as dreams, tough as oak, precious as gold, as poppies and corn or an old cloak, sweet as our birds to the ear, as the burnet rose in the heat of midsummer, strange as the races of dead and unborn, strange and sweet equally, unfamiliar to the eye as the dearest faces that a man knows, and as lost homes are. But though older far than oldest you, as our hills are old, worn new again and again, young as our streams after rain, and as dear as the earth which you prove that we love. Make me content with some sweetness from Wales, whose nightingales have no wings, from Wiltshire and Kent and Herefordshire, and the villages there, from the names and the things no less. Let me sometimes dance with you, or climb, or stand perchance in ecstasy, fixed and free, in a rhyme. as poets do.